Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the TEKS tool number line. Specifically, we're working with fractions. We have a problem related to TEKS 3.3b, and we'll do it in 5 minutes or less. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have a number line, we've got a point. We need to find the fraction that this point represents. Well, when we're dealing with a fraction, that means we have a few things that we need to keep in mind. So we have a number on top of another number and is separated by a fraction bar. And so our bottom number is going to be our denominator. And so that is going to equal the total number of spaces. So in this case, we've got a number line where we have it broken up into spaces between 0 and 1. Sometimes our fraction is going to be like a rectangle cut up into pieces or a circle cut up into pieces, or it might be a collection of things. The denominator, the bottom number, is always going to be the total number of spaces, not lines, but spaces. How many spaces are there? So let's count, because this whole thing right here represents just one. So that one is broken up into equal spaces. Remember, fractions have to have equal spaces. And so I've got one space, I've got two spaces, I've got three spaces, four spaces, five, and six. All right, so my denominator is going to be 6. Now, my second number is my top number. It's called the numerator, and it's the number of pieces that are selected. Okay, so number selected. Now, we will show how these number of pieces are selected, sometimes by shading them in. With a number line, you put a point on a number line that is a distance away from 0. If it is a fraction of a set, like individual objects, you might cluster them together, or they might be a different color than something else, like red and yellow counters. So what we could do is we can count the tick marks. Now that's the difference here on the number line. So the denominator is going to be the spaces between each of the tick marks, but the numerator, you're actually counting the tick marks, and that's what we call these vertical lines right here that separate the spaces. So this first one is going to be 0. Obviously, it's already labeled as 0, and if we want to, we can go ahead and put 0/6 right there. This next tick mark is the first tick mark away from 0, and so that's going to be 1, but it's not just 1, it's 1/6 because it's 1/6 of the way. There are 6 equal pieces, and it's one piece away from 0. This next one is going to be 2, so we're just moving up by ones, and that's the one we're looking for. And then we've got 3/6, we've got 4/6, 5/6 if we wanted to do it. Now, this last one is technically 6/6. We need to realize that anytime you see a fraction and the numerator and denominator are the same, that means it's equal to 1 because you selected 6 and there are 6 total, or you selected 4 and there are 4 total. So there's a lot of different ways to write 1 as a fraction. So the reason we're not choosing 5 is because there's 5 tick marks, but that is not how we find our denominator. So these are incorrect right here. Now, we got our answer down there at D, but take a look. We can turn this into a bar model. If we just kind of draw a line here all the way down, and we say, you know what, let's make this just a bar model. You notice I've got a rectangle now. I've got 6 equal pieces. Once again, fractions are not fractions unless the pieces are all equal size. And you notice how they're all cut. And I've got this point right here. This lets me know how far I need to shade starting from 0. So I can shade 1/6, 2/6, and then I've got 3, 4, 5, 6 still left undone. So that's another way to look at a number line. It's kind of like a bar model. You just took the top and the bottom off. Now, some might choose 4/6 because they're counting from the right over. They're counting from 1. That's obviously not what we do. Our answer here is D, 2/6.